Good morning and welcome back to Antique and Garden Showcase. Today's video is about unnatural, natural stone garden elements. We're going to go take a look at one that's been pretty much just dug up around here, and it actually fell over in the rain and the snow melt the other day. So we're going to go fix that and look at a couple of others that came from my grandparents' farm that were old elements that were used there. So let's head down into the backyard. Let's find out what this first stone element is all about. Well, it is a cold morning here, and we've just come off of some ice and snow. Most everything is frozen, and the backyard here is pretty expansive as far as, you know, the width of the yard and whatever. We do back up to a farm, so you'll see cattle in the background there on the hillside, and you'll hear bird noises and things. So it's kind of more of a natural area. But here's what we're looking at. This large stone element has been part of this yard for quite a while, and it's actually fallen over right now. This rock was dug up in this particular place. It's never been moved from this area, and when you really start to examine it, you notice that it takes on the shape of a dog. It even has an ear cut out. And if you look at the back, it almost looks like it has the backbone, spine area. So today I'm going to set this rock back up. It has decided to fall over with this winter weather. As you can see, he's so heavy, he's made his own spot there in the ground. So we're gonna have to kind of wrestle him back into place. So we have the Uncle Charlie rock here, as he's so affectionately named. I had a dog in the property for quite a while, and as a kid I just decided to assign the name Uncle Charlie to this rock. And we've had several people who've looked out the windows in the back and they're like, whose dog is that down there? Well, he's not a dog, he's just a great big piece of limestone. There he is watching over his domain, so you can see how he looks from there. This is a neat element. You can find limestone or stone in your area of things that remind you of other things like dogs or whatever else. This one, like I said, was dug up here. The nose portion was actually sticking up out of the ground and about to hit the lawnmower blades. And as a child, I remember saying, no, let's see what this looks weird. Let's dig this up and see what it is. And it kept getting bigger and bigger. We finally pulled it out of the ground. It looked like a great big dog. So here it is set for almost 30 years. Another interesting unnatural natural stone element in our garden is this old mill wheel. And this old mill wheel was part of my grandparents' property, and we recently decided to sell that property because, just to be honest, it was getting to be way too much to maintain. And my parents are older, I'm getting older, and it's getting harder to find people to take care of things there, and we decided it was the best time. But I wanted to rescue a few things from down there, and this stone mill wheel was always part of the property. So I said, I'm going to try to get that home. Oh boy, this was a heavy endeavor. In fact, I took a trailer and I rolled this thing up onto a trailer, got the trailer down here, and I rolled it out onto this part. So pretty much it's kind of where it's going to stay, I think. And I may decorate this. I was thinking maybe this upcoming year, maybe putting some of those sunken pots in behind and planting some cannas along behind it. We have some other trees here. We have dogwood on each side, and there is a pink horse chestnut right up here. So I think maybe a little drift of cannas right there, and maybe something low growing in front of that would look really nice at some point. We'll see. This is an area that it's been a work in progress for many years, and kind of put this element together last year. The last element we're going to look at is this little stone bench. And this stone bench was a creation of my grandmother on her property as well. And I put out a Facebook post, and I really wasn't going to take this bench. It was literally the last thing I got from the farm. And I put out a Facebook post. I said, should I save the bench? Well, it should have turned out into hashtag save the bench, because everybody was writing back saying, you got to go get it. You got to go get it. Okay, so I went and I got it. But it was really sunken into the ground, as you can see here. Look at the dirt line on the sides. I can remember this even as a child being there, so over the years it has sunk so much into the ground. I didn't even realize it was as tall as it is now. So I've got to find an area in the yard for this, and I'm thinking about kind of recreating the area that it was in. She had it in a small flower bed, and off to the left side was a red rose that I refer to sometimes as the farmhouse rose that grows around here. I've got 3 starts of it in various places in the yard, so I'm actually thinking of moving a couple of those. They're not doing too well in the spot that they're at, so we may recreate an area for the bench and one of the red roses somewhere. This is probably not its permanent home, although this is a neat area because it's filled with some other rock that a friend helped me find in an area here in Kentucky where geodes and different types of rock are present. So these are really pretty kind of sparkly colored rocks that are in this area too. So I don't know, this one's going to be rehomed somewhere in the yard, but we'll have to wait and see. Thank you for watching the video on unnatural natural stone elements for the yard. I've enjoyed putting this together for you because these 3 pieces are really kind of unique to the yard, and I kind of encourage you to go on out and look for those unique pieces yourself for your yard. You can find a lot of elements that are concrete and statuary and whatever, but these pieces that are made from stone in your natural element of where you live, it kind of enhances different spaces in the yard. So I look forward to doing things, especially with the bench and creating a new area this year. Thanks again for watching. Have a great week. See you in the next video. Also, remember to like and subscribe at the end. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Glad to see you. Bye.